Not sure if we saw that game coming. Eagles lose 34-17 to your New York Football Giants. The Scataboo Jackson Dart era is upon us. And it's going to be fun. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch. That's for sure. I mean, you start thinking about the Giants. I mean, they blew that game against the Saints. They didn't blow that game, they'd be sitting here, 3-3, and three straight wins with the rookie sensations here. So I'm sure Giants fans are excited. Eagles fans, feels a little bit weird. Feels a little bit weird for the Eagles. So fantasy wise, though, I mean, Jalen Hurts had a solid game, threw for 280, 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, not really. I mean, he had 12 carries, but he didn't do much with them. He had a couple, some catches as well, but not a good game from Saquon. I mean, he got a passable game from AJ Brown. Dallas Goedert was awesome. Giants side of things, I mean, Jackson Dart, guy rushed for another 58 yards. Jackson Dart did. So Jackson Dart on the season now has played in 3 games. He's played in 3 games, and he's rushed for 50 yards in all 3 of those games. He's averaging 55.6 yards rushing per game. That would be a 17-game pace of 950 yards. That's pretty insane. I don't think we expect that from Jackson Dart for an entire season. But that being said, I mean, this is definitely like part of his game. I changed my microphone here. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. That's part of his game. I mean, in college, he had a couple seasons where he rushed for 600-700 yards. So that's going to be kind of fantasy gold, man, if he can do that. If he can do that. Scataboo with the big game here. I mean, he had over 100 total yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, I mean, Wan'Dale Robinson, good game. Yeah. Played Philly D. That's rough. I mean, it wasn't a bad play, right? But, they got some injuries. Quinyon Mitchell, Jalen Carter was out. I mean, I think those 2 guys really kind of hurt their defense a bit, but yeah, they just kind of ran in, Thursday night games, especially against division rivals, are honestly such coin flips. They really are coin flips because, playing on a 4 days, 4 days rest is tough. And then against a divisional opponent that kind of knows you it's tough. All of it's tough. So, everyone had the Philly D ranked first this week. I don't know why. Yeah, the defense I was going for, unless you had Phillies. I mean, I was fine starting Phillies D and stuff like that, but Green Bay was probably ahead of them for me. Los Angeles was ahead of them for me. So the Rams, I mean, I really like the Rams this week too. Dart is legit. Scat is legit. Hurts is terrible. The entire Eagles offense looks unstartable other than Goddard. Goddard is always underrated. I mean, we've been talking about Goddard since we basically started this channel as like, why is Dallas Goedert ranked as like tight end 23 in Keep Trade Cut? Is it legitimately only because he's like a little bit older? Like what's the reason here? By the way, the guy just turned 30, and he's been underrated for a couple of years now since he's been 28. So, tight ends can play into their mid-30s pretty easily. Legitimately, Dallas Goedert is a top 12, tight end, a top 10 tight end every single year in points per game. I understand the injury stuff is there for him, but, yeah, he looked great. Dart is yeah, I mean, I'd be a little bit hesitant. I basically said it at the top of the show. I said it at the top of the show of I don't know how long this is going to last. As I bring in our special guest for the night, I don't know how long this Dart Scataboo, run is going to last, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun for however long it lasts. So, Scadaboo's one of those guys where like you can see him have like a 4-year career and he's out of the NFL. Jackson Dart seems to kind of be in the blue tent every single game that he's played in. But Brian, I mentioned it at the top of the show. Jackson Dart is on pace, a 17-game pace of 950 rushing yards.
Jesus.
So, yeah, I mean he's rushed for over 50 yards in every game that he started this year.
And 17 touchdowns rushing?
Did he get one last
week? I thought he got one last week, and he definitely got one this week. So,
yeah, he definitely got one week 1, or like his first week starting against the Chargers. He had 1 against the Chargers, so 2 in 3 games. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I didn't, for him to rush for 950 yards, I think is a little bit unrealistic, maybe. But like, he was a legitimate rusher of the football in college. Like, he ran for 615 yards in 13 games in college. And again, I always say it, sacks count as negative yards in college. So, he had all those minus sack yards, right? So, yeah, I don't know how long he's going to last. I don't know how long Cam Scadaboo is going to last, but it's fun. It's fun to see. It is fun to see. And yeah, Dallas Goedert is our guy on this channel. Every single year we talk about him, about how underrated he is for whatever reason. And it's just proving it once again. So,
yeah, it's still a little hard to trust sometimes, though, right? Like when they're throwing 20 times a game, like we saw a few different weeks throughout the season so far. I don't think anyone really went into this week seeing it like where Hurts actually had to throw the ball very much, but obviously,
yeah, the Rams game, I think they threw it a decent amount, but Goedert has 5 touchdowns. That was his biggest weakness, was like he could never get touchdowns. That might be, he's tied for his career high in touchdowns already through 5 weeks. So he had 5 back in 2019. So yeah, that was always his weakness was touchdowns, and he's getting them now. So yeah, I mean, we look at the Eagles' schedule, and they're showing. I know they were undefeated, and then they've lost 2 in a row now and stuff. But like, they feel very similar to like the Eagles a couple years ago, where it's like they started off hot and they went 12-2 or whatever, but they just kind of like collapsed at the end. It's kind of starting to feel like that again. But they get the Vikings and then Giants again the next 2 weeks. So, and then Packers after that, Lions after that, Cowboys after that. So you see a potential, shootout schedule there for several of those games. So, or have to pass the ball. So
they got to play the Giants again in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Frizzle says this guy wanted my CD and I need a running back help, So I said, let's do Javonte, Huge, and Jordan Addison for my CD. And he said, throw in Keon Coleman and it's a deal. Thoughts? So would you get Javonte, Huge, and Jordan Addison for CD Lamb and Keon Coleman?
I'd be kind of curious what's the record, Frizzle, but I think I don't mind that. It's if you need the running back help, Javonte's obviously huge, and throwing in Keon Coleman definitely it doesn't change the deal really for me, anyways.
Yeah, if you were going to take that deal, Frizzle, for just CD Lamb, then I think you should take it. The Keon Coleman thing that shouldn't be a deal breaker. I don't think Keon Coleman is really going to be a reliable fantasy option. It has to be kind of shootout games, in my opinion, for Keon Coleman. So, I mean, we've seen it. They've had basically kind of one shootout game, and Keon Coleman week 1 had a big game, and then other than that, he's kind of been not great. So, yeah, if you were going to do that trade before Keon Coleman was thrown in, I'm fine with it. I would be curious, like, are all those guys going to be starting for you, or are those guys like heading straight to the bench?
So he,
Um,
he just kind of updated his thing right here. So yeah, I think Brees is the only reliable RB you've got right there. We're hoping to see a little bounce back from Woody, but I don't know how you're going to start him with a lot of confidence coming up. Well, especially not this week since he's on a bye.
yeah,
You know, so he could have. I don't think he's necessarily a 1 week wonder. Like, they obviously didn't need him a whole lot against Baltimore. We saw Chubb work his way back in, so I think it's a good deal. It's a fair deal.
yeah. It's always tough getting rid of Lamb, and like he could be back this week theoretically. So it's always tough, but yeah, again, if you were going to do that trade before Keon Coleman, don't let Keon Coleman stop you from making that trade. So is AJ Brown going to request a trade? Maybe. I don't know if they're going to let him go, but yeah, I mean, it's going to depend on their season and how they go,
I mean, it's
Um,
another week of 8-9 targets. 9 targets this week, 6 catches, 6 for 80. It's not you're not getting what you drafted AJ Brown at, but he's not completely killing you if you've already downgraded your expectations either. With that line,
yeah,
still not fun, especially in half PPR.
yeah. Yeah, it's funny because, like, when they're 3-0, you're kind of like, how do you complain when your team's, coming off a Super Bowl win and then they're 3-0? They've literally like haven't like lost a game in like the last like 20 weeks of real football and stuff. But now that they've lost two, now you can be like, okay, now you can, justify complaining, I guess, or asking for a trade or whatever. So I don't know. They do have a new offensive coordinator. That is something to think about. The Eagles, and they kind of went through this. They kind of went through this again a couple of years ago. So they went to the Super Bowl in 2022, I believe. Yeah, they went to the Super Bowl in 2022. That's when they had Shane Steichen as their offensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon as their defensive coordinator. They went to the Super Bowl, lost to the Chiefs, right? And then both those guys got jobs. Steichen to the Colts, Gannon to the Cardinals. And then 2023, they went 11-6. They started off on fire. But they lost 5 of their last 6 games and then they lost to the Bucs in the playoffs. Offense didn't look great, all that stuff. They got rid of their offensive coordinator, and then in 2024 they had Kellen Moore, Vic Fangio, and then they kind of got it together. So it's kind of repeating again a little bit here. They still have the same defensive coordinator, but their offensive coordinator, something seems off. I don't know what it is, but Down with Fun says that he said I thought he said it here.
Down with Fun's always
Oh,
got
Hurts is terrible. Yeah. I mean, Hurts is still putting up fantasy points. He gave you 2 total touchdowns with 280 passing yards. I think last week was like his lowest rushing yards in a game, and this week wasn't much better, only 13. So, but I mean, still 2 total touchdowns and 280. It's not what you drafted him to be, but yeah. Puka is the wide receiver 1 on Keep Trade Cut.
I don't know. I mean, Hurts. I don't know how quickly Sleeper updates as far as like rankings, but I mean, he's QB5. He's exactly what you drafted him as, right? Like more or less 4 or 5, basically.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I'd say
I was just gonna say I don't think they're counting this game that like making him QB5. Just looking at his numbers.
So he's averaging 20.8 heading into this week. So he gave you what? So in 4 point per passing touchdown, he's averaging 20.8.
4 point. Yeah.
I
was
think
like-
Fantasy Pros is 4 point. So he gave you 280. So
Ooh.
that's what 11 points, 15, 21. So right around what he was averaging, essentially. I don't know. Like, yeah, you drafted him as QB5, but like I think you drafted him to give you more than, basically he has like 2 games over 20, like 23 points. There's 22, 23 points is kind of like elite quarterbacks, 4 point per passing touchdown points per game. And so Hurts has given you 2 of those games this year in the first 6 weeks. I think you've drafted him to be a little bit better than that, whether he's QB5 or not. But what do you think of Puka as wide receiver 1? Keep trade cut.
Yeah, I mean, hard to argue with, right? But I'll still take Chase. But yeah,
Puka in a second or Chase?
I'll take Chase. I'm not making that trade either, though. Like, I'm just riding Puka.
Yeah.
And if you can,
I'd take Puka in the second.
Yeah, we know.
I mean, yeah, like it's always going to be funny. Like, I talk a lot about this when we talk a lot of dynasty in the offseason. Talk a lot about it with Cam Scatterbo. And basically saying, like, dude, people are gonna love this guy. I was saying it all offseason. People are gonna love this guy. The Giants fans are gonna chant boo whenever he run someone over, boo, and that's what they're doing. Like, he's a freaking psychopath, like on the field, like, and that increases his value by in dynasty by a crazy amount. And so, like, there's always gonna be like, I don't know, Jamar Chase took the more traditional path to wide receiver 1. A top 10 pick in the NFL draft. And, he was this elite prospect and blah, blah, blah. He is an elite quarterback and all this, whereas Puka didn't. But like, I mean, I'd be curious to see like where they're at, their first 3 seasons, like after this season and looking at each of their first 3 seasons. I mean, Puka's on a pace to shatter kind of what Jamar Chase did last year. He's averaging 3 points more per game as of right now. Again, it's only 5 games, and Jamar Chase did it over 18. So we got to wait and see. But if Puka averages 3 points more per game and averages almost 27 PPR points per game, which I don't know if we've, when's the last time we've seen that for a wide receiver? I'm just kind of quickly looking through here. I don't know how. Like, I see the argument for Puka. I mean, Cooper Kupp's like amazing year. He averaged 25.9. Puka's averaging a point more per game than Cooper Kupp did in that huge year. So
I think I think the 2 like, little slight knocks on Puka is like injuries in college and obviously last year, but obviously great when he's actually playing. And I mean, and these are like very, very slight because it's not necessarily something you're worrying about, especially in season right now. But it's like, isn't Matt Stafford retiring like 2 years ago? Oh, wait, that's right. He's still playing and he's great. And honestly, Puka will still be awesome, whoever's throwing him the ball. We've seen good receivers be great with even, question marks at quarterback. You might have to temper expectations a little. That's the only reason I'm giving the nod to Chase. Like, quarterback stability. Well, you can't even really say that though, because Burrow doesn't even play most of the time, right? Like,
speaking of injury,
yeah. We don't have to harp on it. I mean, wait, when we were talking about Scatterbo, how is there no like? There's got to be one. I'm just kind of scrolling through the list. How are there no like memes or GIFs or whatever of Adam Sandler with just saying "Scatterboo"? Like, right? Where's that shit? It's got to be here somewhere.
There will be. You talked about injury concerns and stuff. Like, they've basically, and again, Chase has one more season on him, but they basically missed the same amount of games in their careers to this point. So Chase has basically been healthy 3 of the 4 seasons, but we're not including this season yet. Like 3 of the 4 seasons, he missed 5 games in 2022. He missed 1 game in 23, but I don't know if that was an injury. I guess I can look real quick. It says inactive week 16. So he's missed 5 games in his career, we'll assume due to injury, and that's the same as Puka up until this point. Again, 1 more season. So I don't know. I just think little things like that, like I always like to think about that stuff because Amon-Ra is a perfect example too. Why don't we ever like we always talk about Puka, Chase, Jefferson, Lamb. Why isn't Amon-Ra ever in that conversation? Like Amon-Ra is freaking awesome, but it's because he's like he doesn't. There's just something there. It's like he doesn't look like that top receiver, or he was a 4th or 3rd round pick or whatever. So I don't know. More
Well, it can't be the draft capital because Puka's got that. Even like he even lost that one, and look what he's done.
Well, but Puka, what did he have to do to get there? Literally have the best rookie season we ever saw from a wide receiver. He still wasn't there. Follows it up with like an insane per game. Missed 6 games, but his per game stuff was insane. Better than his rookie year. And now he's following it up because the dude's on pace for 170 catches, like, and an insane amount. Like he had to literally have like the greatest rookie season of all time and still wasn't there, So those things matter. And I think it's just interesting to talk about and important to talk about.
I'm not interested.
We'll keep getting to these questions, guys. Just as always, make sure to hit the like button for us on these videos. We'll be live for a bit before I have to take off, and we'll answer these questions and get to it. If you have an urgent question, you can always super chat, and we'll get right to it. Am I crazy for trading Scadaboo and Quentin Johnston for Breece Hall and Mike Evans? Like, are you saying are you crazy because you did that yesterday or a week ago, or like you're crazy for doing it right now? I don't think you're crazy either way, to be honest. I don't know. I think it's even after like tonight's game or something. Like I think it's still a conversation, And I still might take. I think I might take the Breece and Mike Evans side still.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we knew a timetable for Evans, but no IR. That's always a good sign. Baker playing out of his mind, great sign. So we're hopefully gonna see him back against Detroit. Yeah, it says he's trending towards missing another game, which I kind of figured because I didn't hear anything about a limited practice.
Yeah.
So Mike Evans, that is.
Yeah. And I always caution people, like, we see this all the time. Like, we see these like 2-3 game stretches, like, holy crap, this guy is the new big thing, blah, blah, blah. They're amazing. And then like defenses catch up to these guys and what Jackson Dart does. And like Scadaboo he's gonna need a game like this in this game script for him to be like, he's not Saquon Barkley where he's just gonna be good, or Jonathan Taylor where he's gonna be good every week. Like Scadaboo kind of needs this game script, Like, I don't even know how efficient of a runner he is. Heading into this game, he was averaging 3.8 yards per attempt. He averaged over 5 in this game, but at the end of the game, 18-yard run, 11-yard run, 10-yard run, basically the game was over. Like, how hard is the defense playing type of stuff. So I don't think you're crazy there. You might lose it if you did it, but I don't think you're crazy at all. I thought Tracy was going to hold back Scadaboo. Thank God I started. Yeah. I didn't really. I mean, I predicted Scadaboo taking over this backfield by October, all the way back in May. Now, it didn't really how legitimate is that prediction because Tracy got hurt? I don't know, but there was slight question marks because the last time we saw them both healthy together, like Tracy, he basically started the game and then he got hurt. So I don't know. Yeah, this is Scadaboo's job, like his backfield now. It's not going away. Sell high in Abuka?
You like answering this one. I know you do. Like we talked extensively about this on Saturday, I think. Give him the 30-second spiel.
Well, what we said Saturday, it's kind of changed, right? Because he just went
maybe it was Monday. Sorry. Maybe it was Monday that we talked about it, where you were kind of talking about. Sorry, I'm trying to find something to open my beer here. You were kind of talking about like we the Malik Neighbors for Abuka trade and like all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I assume this is for redraft and not.
Dynasty. Maybe I'm gonna use a hole punch. It's the only thing metal I can find.
Luke, let us know if it's redraft or dynasty or whatever. Seemed to work pretty well. But I don't think so. Like, is he gonna stop? I don't think he is. Like, Baker's just playing out of his mind. I don't know how good like the Buccaneers defense is. Are they just going to be playing from behind all the time? I don't know. Like, it always depends on what you can get. If you're talking dynasty, I'll always listen. He says it's redraft. I don't really see any reason to sell high on him in redraft. Like,
I mean, what is he? Wide receiver 5 or something? Like wide receiver 3?
Yeah, I think he's in the top 5.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to get away from that. Now, you kind of have to make a value judgment there. And like, is Mike Evans going to affect this? It's like, well, played a couple of games with Mike Evans and it didn't, granted, like it's been a little bit of one big play most of his games. We can't say all of his games now. Yeah. But I mean, the dude's obviously playing out of his mind. Go Bucks, all that good stuff.
So, yeah, he played basically 3 games with Evans. I don't know if Evans got hurt and left the game in week 3. He played 72.2% of the snaps. But anyways, 28 targets in 3 games. So Evans, he played 3 games with Evans, and Evans getting over 9 targets a game. And he's still wide receiver 3 and still had good games. So,
yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out. Like, not much life from Godwin, but he's going to get some targets, right? Like, but I think you kind of brought up a good point about the Bucks defense. Like, they've lost or won, mostly win, every game by a single score, I think. I mean, I watched these fucking things, and it's kind of like a nail biter to like the end. So, yeah, it's been pretty crazy. So, I mean, if they're in game scripts like that, maybe it doesn't slow down. I don't think it will.
Well, 49ers, Lions next 2 weeks, Saints, and then bye week, and then Patriots, Bills, Rams. Legitimately, 5 of those 6 games could be a shootout game.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you get Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, But yeah, 5 of the next 6 games could easily be shootouts. So
you didn't pick the 49ers this week, did you?
No, I picked the Bucks.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
You trading Abuka for CeeDee Lamb if you're 4-1 right now?
Redraft. Yeah, I still would.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so it always depends, Luke, what exactly you're talking about and what you're trying to get and stuff. You can throw out some ideas if you want. It's always hard to say like trade for this guy, just not knowing leagues and stuff like that. But yeah, like that trade there, I would still do.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to kind of contextualize everything.
Yeah. I mean, if you can diversify him into like multiple top 12 guys, I would do it. Like if I could get, I don't know, Debo and um ETN or something, I would do it. Like stuff like that, I would do, two like guys that I think could easily be top 15 rest of the season, have been top 15. Um, assuming you're starting them both. Yeah, I think that's you're kind of you're investing into multiple players as well. So like if Ibuka gets hurt, you're shit out of luck kind of. But if you trade them and you get those two guys and one of them gets hurt, you're still okay kind of. So stuff like that I would still do. So Pareco says he's so glad that he grabbed Dart the week before he started. Losing Burrow sucked, but instead of having to trade a bunch for another super flex quarterback has kept me from doing that. Yeah, always, man, like just that's why it's always valuable. Like running backs and quarterbacks in super flex leagues, just throwing them on your roster. So, the stuff like this, it just kind of works out. Dalfan says he disagrees. Goddard is quite literally the only reliable option in that offense now. I trust him over Brown and Saquon. Yeah. I mean, I still trust Jalen Hurts to be a top 10, top 5, 7 quarterback. So,
wait, I want Down with Fun. You can answer this. So if you're flexing Goddard, you're not flexing Goddard over Brown or Saquon, are you? No, that's a hot take. I like his hot take, so I want to hear how he answers that one.
He might be. We got to that one. Frizzle, we talked about that. I traded CD for Swift and Metcalf in full PPR on 1 and 4. CD, Daniels, and Bowers injuries mostly. Yeah, I mean, that's like your first, second, and third round picks right there, like gone. Yeah, I mean, you need to win now. You can't afford another week of losing. And who knows, CD could miss. He could be back this week, but he could miss the next 2 weeks. I don't know when the Cowboys' bye week is. Pull it up real quick.
They're winning. I know it's week 10, and they're winning games without him. So don't rush them back. Well, I guess they won a game and they tied a game.
Tied a game, yeah. Yeah, it hasn't changed their offense.
They beat Chicago, right?
No, they lost to Chicago.
Well, I guess
CD was in that game, right?
Well, 9% of the snaps, so not really.
Okay.
One loss, one tie, one that literally is about as chalky of a stat line as you can get. A win, a loss, and a tie.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if CD's back this week, I don't love it, but like you don't know that and you needed to make a move. And I think you kind of got, you got 2 top 20 players that you're plugging into your lineup here that you desperately need. So yeah.
I'm glad you agree with that because that's my coworker and he got that trade offer. And I was like, I think you have to do that because you got to try and save your season, man. Like,
yeah. Again, like in redraft, you just have to do these things. That's why, like,
it doesn't feel good, but
yeah,
you gotta win a game.
That's why, like, when it comes like to week 10, 11, 12, man, I'm just like a shark in the water. They're like, oh, I'm gonna make the playoffs. Let me just like prey on these guys. Like, hey, are you gonna make a move? Because if not, you're just gonna lose. So are you gonna lose with the players you have, or lose with the players and potentially win with the players I'm offering you and stuff like that? So. Yeah, I think you had to do it. So hopefully CD doesn't come back this week and just lights it up because that would kind of suck. Kyron or Judkins this week, I assume you're asking.
I'll take Kyron given the Baltimore matchup, but rest of season, it's like they're probably back to back essentially given what Judkins' usage looks like right now.
Yeah, I'd still go Kyron just because of the offense. Like,
yeah, fair enough. Touchdown upside.
Yeah, I know Judkins has been good despite like his team sucking. But I'm just still worried. Like, there's going to be games where just like the Browns do nothing. on offense.
Yeah, their
But I don't know.
defense can win them games, a la Green Bay.
Yeah, and their defense keeps it close for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, even that Detroit game, they lost 34-10. It was kind of a close game, if I remember, like heading in. They kind of kept them around. Yeah, Detroit put up 14 points in the fourth quarter. So heading into the fourth quarter, it was 20-10. So like their defense basically keeps them in games where they can feed Judkins. But I'll go Kyren. That's like the tiebreaker for me. Both rest of the season, and I think this week as well. So
Not just the catches either. I mean, I guess it's not
catches
gravy. No.
catches for who?
Oh, catches for Kyren, I meant. Like, not that he's been like
Yeah, Marlon.
blowing it out of the water necessarily, but I mean, obviously we're working with a small sample size, and he's never been like a high catch guy. Like, but
Does he have more than Judkins?
he does. It's 6 to 9, but you could argue Judkins didn't start until, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's not
Yeah,
strongly in favor of Kyren.
It's funny we talk about like usage Judkins. He's right around 55% of the snaps. Now for the Browns, like that doesn't necessarily matter. Like that was kind of how Nick Chubb was as well. And he was still awesome.
Yeah.
When you get 23 carries, like it doesn't really matter. So we're gonna jump to Rocky's question here because he did kindly donate a couple bucks to us, and so we'll kind of shoot him up to the top of the queue here. 1 and 4, Tet and Henry for Bijan.
No, you need to get more for Bijan.
Yeah, I mean, yes, if you're on the Bijan side. So
Yeah, if you're getting Bijan, do that. But yeah, like it's always hard to. Yeah, we talk about this every week. I feel like it's like, which side are you getting? If you have Bijan, you need more than Tet and Henry.
Yeah, and if you're getting Bijan, then it's a smash accept. So, yeah, I like that one guy.
Bijan outscored both of them combined.
I mean, maybe Bijan has missed a game. Like he had his bye week, so that might hold him back.
Has Bijan scored more than them per game? No, I don't know.
What is it? I'm curious now. Does he?
I don't know. I'm looking it up. You can move on to the next one.
Bijan has 88.4. McMillan has 59.1. So no.
Wow. So no.
Yeah. And Hunter Henry has 60. I still think Bijan though.
Yeah. For sure.
You saw it on the Yahoo trade market. Yeah, I mean, I'd take Bijan pretty easily there. Although, Tenaroa McMillan, he has one big game in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be looking at him as like a top 15 guy because he started off the season as like a top 30 guy. He has one big game that's going to jump him to like top 20 easily. So,
yeah, I mean, he's a rookie, right? Like, I mean, he's out there all the time. He's getting a shit ton of targets. He's on the Panthers, but like they're not complete slouches. Like it just hasn't all quite come together. I mean, he's already got 350 yards in 5 games. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty consistent. Does he have a touchdown yet? I don't think
not
so.
Yet.
Did you say that? Sorry.
Yeah, not yet.
Sad to say, but I think it's time for Russ to retire. Yeah, it is. It is.
I know those 3 snaps or whatever that he played. It was like,
Everyone
oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
The drop off though, man, it's just like you don't normally see that for quarterbacks. He literally went from like he's going to be the MVP when he got traded to Denver or signed with him, whatever. And yeah, it's just like nope. Hall of Famer. Curious what people think there. Probably should have 2 Super Bowls. Only has 1. I don't know.
Should have 2. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the drop off wasn't like precipitous, I guess. Like
he was pretty bad in Denver.
Well,
like that first year.
Yeah, I mean, 3,500 yards. The touchdowns weren't there, and the picks. I mean, what did they really have going. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and defend Russ. Let's just say fuck him. Sorry, Russ.
Yeah. He was one of those where it's just like, yeah, I know his numbers looked good, but just watch him play, and it's just like it's not there. It's just not not for fantasy, but for real football, you know. So you sealed the deal there for Zoke. And now you're looking for should I continue to look for more running back depth? Yeah, always continue to look. But I mean, yeah. So who do you have again? Your running backs are Brees, Woody, Haskins, Vidal, and now you have Javante. So so I think your running back room's solid there. If Woody can turn it around a little bit.
Yeah, you got 2 solid starters and then some guys that you can wait and see on.
Starting Bill or Charbonnet? Bill.
That was not rehearsed.
No. I'll go Bill. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go Bill too. It's funny because every time someone asked about him, because I'm always just kind of like Control F, like searching for players, like as I read ahead a little bit, and I always start typing in Bill, like to like search for him, but it's like I think we're like 1 year away from that for them changing his name on Sleeper. And like no first and last name, just Bill.
Just Bill.
Yeah.
I will say this about Krosky Merritt, just like slight caution. Like he still was under 50% of the snaps. And like he's either going to have to get more snaps or continue to be like incredibly efficient like he has been. And, you know, averaging 6.5 yards per carry, which by the way would be like insane. I mean, Achane did it a couple years ago, but he had like 100 carries or something stupid, you know, like, I mean, anything over like 4.5 is good. Anything over 5 is like elite. So to be over 6.5 is insane. So just throwing that out there. He still only played. Now, I don't know what, I know that game was it wasn't like a garbage time game necessarily, maybe at the end, their last drive or so. So maybe he got taken out and he was actually over 50%. But yeah, still going Bill. Start Huge over Pittman. Nah.
You're not starting Huge over Pittman?
No. I don't know. Like a lot of people ask about.
No PPR question or anything like that?
No, I mean, Pittman's been better in non-PPR. I think he has more touchdowns.
Right? Tied 4-4. Unless there's a Russian one that I can't see.
Yeah. We get a lot of like Pittman questions, and I don't really see any reason to not be starting him. Like he's wide receiver 13 on the year. He literally has 3 of 5 games over 15 points. One of them at 14.9, by the way, that I'm not counting. So if you want to count that, he's 4 or 5 games over 15 points and 1 game at 8. He's scoring touchdowns. Their offense seems to be good.
Wait a second. Are you describing Huge? Because you can say everything you just said about him also.
Yeah, but I would say I have less of a concern with like target share for Pittman. And maybe that's wrong. Maybe he has a similar target share as well. I don't know. I haven't like looked it up and stuff like that. But he's been better. Pittman's been better than Huge, right? To start the year?
No. I got Huge
is a little bit higher. Yeah. Yeah, I see wide receiver 8 as well.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd still go Pittman though.
I'm just looking at 150 pass attempts by Daniel Jones, 178 by Herbert. So almost 6 more per game. So maybe target share doesn't matter. Well, I don't even know if the target share is like in Pittman's favor. I don't know. I think I'm going to start Huge, but start both these guys.
Yeah, if you can. I mean, Chargers get Miami and Colts get Arizona. So like both good matchups too. So I'll go Pittman. For flex, I do Haskins, Vidal, or JMO. Is this same one, Frizzle? Because if it is, why can't you flex one of those guys?
True. It's got to be a different league. Frizzle's he's a pro.
Yeah. Sorry for questioning you, Frizzle. But if you can start one of those, you should. Man, do you do one of the Chargers guys who have like the best matchup? That's like what makes this even more frustrating. Is like their matchup is insane.
Yeah, you do, and you have to pick which one. I'll start Vidal, but I don't know how you answer that with any kind of confidence.
Yeah. I mean, is the answer just Jameson and hope that there's a shootout in Kansas City?
I mean, it could be, but I mean, shit, man, it's been painful.
Yeah. Very.
I mean, they played. How many points did they put up against Baltimore? Lamar was still there in week 3. Like, dude had 2 catches for 43 yards. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, and the reason I bring that up is obviously because that's his only good week so far. So it's kind of sad. Like we were hoping for him to build a little more on what he did last year, but he's kind of that boom bust type of receiver, and good luck figuring out when that's going to happen. 38-30 in week 3 against the Ravens, and he played 90% of snaps, but he just wasn't involved. So he could be, obviously, but I don't know.
Same with 34-10 and 37-24.
Yeah,
like the next 2 weeks.
Rough.
So I mean, they're not missing a beat.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they just put up. Oh, why am I looking at Ravens scores? I mean, yeah, how many points did they put up last week? 34? Is that what you said?
Yeah. 37.
Yeah, so they put up 37 points against Cincy, and he's got 1 target and 1 catch for 9 yards. Like, you just can't predict any of that. I mean, not that you can predict the other 2 either, but
I know.
I feel like you have a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, I mean, they're both probably going to get used. It's probably going to come down to who has a big run or who gets the touchdown. Yeah, I guess I'll go Vidal, but I don't feel confident in that, Frizzle. Please tell me you can start Pittman or Huge, because that would just make it easier. Lineup concerns: Derrick Henry versus the Rams or Gainwell, Vidal, Harvey. You got to go Derrick Henry. I'm not benching Derrick Henry for one of those 3 guys.
Yeah.
Gainwell, we don't know with Jaylen Warren back. Vidal, we have no idea. Harvey, we thought he had the breakout, and then he went back to like his lowest snap share of the season. So,
yeah, it'd be completely different if Warren was gonna to miss again, but he logged a full practice today. Then it would be like, and how weird is that statement? It's like, oh yeah, start Kenneth Gainwell over Derrick Henry, but obviously there's a lot of context that go into that. But it's like that would
fantasy football.
Yeah, I think that would be my answer if if Warren was going to miss, which he's not. So
stupid.
Well, I don't know, badass or terrible matchup too. So now I'd still starting Derrick Henry. Not like he has a good matchup, but he's Derrick Henry, so he'll get you 8 points.
So stupid, man. Start Gainwell over Derrick Henry. So dumb. But yeah, I'm still going Henry there. Sit 1, Rachaad White, Javonte Jainty. Wow.
Damn.
That sucks that you have to sit 1. Trade 1. No, I don't know.
Trade White to the Bucky manager.
I think you're sitting White. Carolina. I mean, Javonte against Carolina. Jainty against Tennessee. White against San Francisco.
I mean, Jainty against Tennessee has got to be first, right?
Yeah, or Javonte against Carolina.
Yeah.
Carolina really bad?
Where are they? They're middle of the pack to fantasy points allowed to running backs. I mean, they're 19th, so not exactly middle, but close. They're in that middle chunk. So yeah, I'd say sit White.
Yeah. I think you got to. Javonte or Bucky rest of the season? Javonte.
Sorry, I'm just like reeling over like exactly what we said about what we said what was going to happen with Rachaad White last week was totally couldn't be what's going to happen again this week. He's so matchup proof and everything. But I mean, so are these other guys. Yeah, sorry, never mind.
You're debating on going with Rachaad White?
I don't think I can out of those three though.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't like he's never been an efficient rusher of the football. And so like you wouldn't have been happy with him without touchdowns. And I know like that's like stupid to say and stuff, but he got 2 touchdowns. Like, he got the touches and all that. He didn't go crazy with the catches. He's probably going to get 15 carries, and his career shows he's probably going to turn that into like 50 yards. But yeah, I'm going Genty. And
yeah, you just know the catches are there though too. But yeah, Genty and Javonte, double J's.
Yeah, I mean Javonte, he's kind of been right there. Catches, receptions per game 3.5. Rachaad White's been getting 4 the last 2 weeks. Ashton Genty, I know he's been getting involved a bit more. He has 7 over the last 2 weeks. So yeah, they're all close.
I mean, Tampa Bay and Dallas got to be 2 of like the best offenses overall for fantasy right now, right? And possibly rest of season. Like you already talked about the Tampa Bay defense, and obviously we know Dallas supposedly has a defense. I don't know, like so.
Dude, Dallas is like
these guys are just like 100% involved. What's that?
So Dallas for fantasy is just like a dream for everything. Dallas players playing Dallas, it's just a dream.
Yeah,
they're the Bengals of last year.
They were that a number of years ago. I don't remember how many years back it was. That was the first time I ever heard that pointed out. It's like, oh yeah, no, you love all the players on Dallas and all the players that play against Dallas because their defense was just so bad and all their players were just so good. So it's just like, it was just ridiculous.
Bengals last year. Javonte or Bucky rest of the season. I'm going to take Javonte because we don't know this Bucky injury. So that's the tiebreaker there. If I knew Bucky was coming back this week or next week, I'd probably go with Bucky, but I don't think it's like, I think there's a debate there. And so the fact that Bucky's going to miss this week, it sounds like, and then we don't know if he's going to miss even more, I'm going to go Javonte.
Yeah, especially if they can keep winning games, but they're not going to win games handedly, maybe all year. So I can't necessarily say that, Get well, Bucky.
Walker or Travion, I'm going to go Walker.
Yeah, it's got to be Walker. What the hell is Travion done, Buy low target in Dynasty?
Yeah, I would say. Josh McDaniels and he's the offensive coordinator of the Patriots. Like, his track record with, like, rookies and doing anything in his offense is, like, they basically don't do anything. We probably should have talked about that a little bit more.
2 seconds for Henderson?
Yeah, I probably still would. Yeah, I would do. There's 2 seconds for him still.
Okay.
Like Kenneth Walker, it is a little bit concerning. Like, he's no touchdowns the last couple. Like, he could kind of be a trap back with how they're using him. He's super efficient. And so, like, he can give you 10 for 90 like he did last week, 10 for 86. But, like, without a touchdown and 1 catch, like, that's not great. So just pointing that out. I'd still go Kenneth Walker, but I wouldn't be shocked if, like, Travion with Antonio Gibson injury is better this week.
It's kind of funny how Sleeper, instead of putting 0, I guess I get why they do it, because, like, to match with, like, the touchdown line, instead of, like, it's 1 catch one target, one catch, and then just like a dash because he didn't get yardage, obviously. So, but it's like,
Yeah.
what happened? It's obviously a 0, but
Um, London or Pickens standard league. Who do you think has a better touchdown opportunity?
this
London.
week,
Yeah, I think he's asking for this week. Jake. Who are the Cowboys playing against? Carolina.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. I think it's London. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Pickens probably has the better touchdown opportunity, but I mean, you got Javonte and Ferguson there too, but he's got Bijan Pitts
and Mooney.
I don't know
if he plays.
Oh yeah, Mooney.
Yeah, I think I might just go with like bank on the Cowboys having another shootout because 3 of their 4 or 5 games have been crazy shootouts. So
yeah, I mean Pickens has 5 touchdowns already too, so whereas London has 1, so that kind of answers the question. Touchdown upside, right?
Yeah.
Obviously not definitive or anything, but there you go.
Yep. Are you a fan of adding any of the Isaiahs, Likely or Davis, in case Andrews and Brees get traded? I mean, Dynasty, I have like Isaiah Davis on a lot of my teams. But Rocky, I'm pretty sure you redraft. Yeah, I mean, I look at Isaiah Davis as like any other handcuff really in the league. Maybe slightly less than some guys that we know a little bit more about, like an Algier or something like that. But like, look at what Rico Dowdle did. Look at what Michael Carter did. Like that could easily be Isaiah Davis next week. It's because Brees gets hurt. So if I had to choose one, I'm choosing Isaiah Davis. Just because running backs and stuff. Yeah, I mean, just because running backs like and their path to just, I mean, again, look at all the backups that just come in.
Redraft.
What's up?
In redraft.
Yeah, for redraft.
Dynasty, is it likely?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's likely.
I mean, he'll be the cheaper guy to keep on the Ravens, right? Like over Andrews.
Yeah. I don't see the Ravens trading Andrews. Like,
I didn't mean mid-season. Sorry, I meant after this year.
Yeah, I know, but Rocky's kind of talking about mid-season. That's like
I got you.
Because he's redraft. I don't know. Like, I know everyone was talking about them trading Andrews before the season. I was like, this team wants to win the Super Bowl. I still think they have Super Bowl aspirations, as crazy as that sounds. Like look at the AFC North now. It's like you don't expect the Browns to be there. The Bengals don't have Joe Burrow, so it's literally like it's going to come down to the Ravens and Steelers most likely. So. Are the Steelers going to run away with it and go put up 11, 12 wins? I don't know. Are they just going to go 9, 10 wins? And if they do, like Ravens can still catch them. So
Browns are going to beat the Steelers this week.
Yeah. With Dylan Gabriel.
Did you
possible?
Did you pick Pitt?
No, I picked I picked Pitt. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I just I know everyone's counting the Ravens out, and maybe that's fair, but I wouldn't be shocked if they kind of like come back after the bye. You get the Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals. Like they could easily win all those games, So, Rashee Rice, even with Flacco, I'm worried about Flacco behind that offensive line. So,
yeah, no shit.
It's going to be interesting, but it'll be fun to see with him and Jamar Chase and Higgins and all that. Rashee Rice plus Montgomery for Marvin Harrison Jr. and a 26 mid-first and Pacheco, middle of the pack with the 2-3 record. So would you rather have Rice and Montgomery or Marvin Harrison Jr. and mid-26 first and Pacheco? I think I might go the Marvin Harrison Jr. side.
I mean, if you're going to throw it in the towel a little for this year, yeah. I mean, are you valuing Marv and Rice kind of similarly in Dynasty right now?
Yeah.
Or Rice over, like, well above Like, how do you have it?
So a couple of different things. Like, I think if I had to choose who's going to be better in their career, right where we stand, right, like, or let's just say over the next few years, I'd probably choose Rice. But I also know, like, if Marvin Harrison starts to put things together, or the Cardinals start to put things together, like the love for Marvin Harrison is just going to be through the roof. Like we talked about, like, why can't Puka be wide receiver one? It takes him 3 years of incredible play. Marvin Harrison Jr. has, an incredible month. He's going to be like up there with those guys, Whereas I don't think Rice will necessarily, in a weird way. I don't think he will do that, and I don't think he'll get up there. So, um, yeah, I still have faith in Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, we can't throw in the towel on these guys too much. It's not like he's been terrible either. Like,
Yeah, he's
we're
had
seeing
2 good
improvement.
games and 1 okay game, and then the other ones or whatever. How many has Rice had this season? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that Rice did come back from I don't know how significant his knee injury was. I don't think it was as bad as we initially thought, but he did have a season-ending knee injury, so keep that in mind. With, like, it could take him a few weeks to get going. I know we're talking dynasty here, so I think if I knew that was a mid-26 first, I think I would go with that side of it. I think it's a pretty even trade, and
Yeah,
don't forget about Pacheco, I guess. Down fan said
why?
he'll never tell about about starting Goddard over whoever it was that we were talking about.
It was AJ Brown and fucking Saquon Barkley.
Oh yeah, that's right. Justin Fields or Caleb Williams. I'm probably going Fields. I believe
Kind of surprised at
against
that.
Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at matchups. I just go gut instinct first. I'll go Caleb then. Apparently, Denver's been pretty good at stopping rushing quarterbacks. I don't know how many they've played this year, but
yeah, true. I mean, they're second overall in fantasy points allowed. I don't know. Let me rephrase this. They're the second worst matchup for total fantasy points allowed to quarterbacks.
Mhm.
Rushing. Look at their schedule for me while I kind of spout this off. I
yeah,
guess.
so they've played the Titans, so no
rushing.
Colts. I mean, yeah, Daniel Jones. He hasn't been amazing, like, rushing yards.
He did run in that game though, right? Wait, are you going in order?
Yeah,
Okay, because I felt like
that was
he
week 2.
did. Oh, so 6 rush attempts. Okay, yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Chargers and Herbert. So kind of,
wouldn't call him a rushing quarterback, but
yeah.
you see him run.
Browning,
No,
the Bengals, and then Hurts and the Eagles was the last week. So really, they played one.
One real. I don't know. I would say at least 1.5, and counting Daniel Jones like as a half. I mean, small sample size, right? But I mean, it does seem like it's not really happening. I mean, they're averaging 3 rushing yards. I don't know. Maybe there's just not enough there. Justin Fields is in a different league when it comes to rushing compared to everyone except for Hurts that you just named. So maybe, but I mean, Caleb can take off too. Who are the Bears playing?
Commanders. So
probably right.
I don't know where they're at. Right in the middle. Yeah, I mean, Caleb's averaging. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say they're averaging. They're giving up 27 yards per game rushing to quarterbacks.
Caleb's averaging 27.5.
Oh, what do you think the betting line is? 24 and a half?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with Caleb. I think it's safer, so I'd probably go that way. I mean, Fields always has more upside, though.
I really struggled picking that game. I really wanted to go with the Bears over Washington, but
with the Bears.
Yeah, I just wouldn't want to lose on Monday night if I was in the running for it. I felt like the Commanders were the safer bet, but it was
Dude,
that one, and I kind of wanted to go Dolphins over Chargers too.
I had the Giants filled in all the way in until I hit submit, and then I went back and changed it. And I was like, I don't want to be down 0-1 because I know everyone's going to go Philly. Literally
Yeah,
had the Giants in until I hit submit, so it doesn't matter. But
I had all the right answers also.
yeah, I didn't expect I don't know. It's just I was talking about it. I don't think you were here yet, but like Thursday night divisional games, just to me are just coin flips. And so knowing everyone was going Philly, and me thinking it's kind of like a coin flip or maybe 60-40 coin flip if that exists. Yeah, tails is lighter, right? Yeah, tails is lighter on the tail side or something stupid.
Slavsky
Slavsky played
or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right, we got just a few more minutes here, guys, so we'll rush through these here. 12-man redraft, half PPR. So you got May, Bijan, Genti, Ibuka, JSN, Theo Johnson, Bill, Dowdle. Okay, so your team's stacked. Hopefully Chuba out, so Dowdle plays. Playing Bill still makes me uneasy. I agree. Once CD comes back, in good though. Respectfully, not a whole. Okay, he's talking about Russ there. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like his last 4 or 5 years, he could have really solidified that, but that's fair. Yeah, your team's awesome. I mean, you're starting May. You have 2 flexes. I mean, you're starting May, Bijan, Genti, Ibuka, JSN, CD Lamb when he comes back. You're basically choosing between Bill. I guess it's probably Bill once everyone's back and healthy, right? So, yeah, you have a good team.
Trade Fields for this is single quarterback, right? Yeah, trade Fields for a tight end.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I think Theo's going to be solid, but yeah, he's going to probably be one of these streamer tight ends more than likely. So, yeah, that's not a bad idea though. Trading Fields or May, whatever brings you back more, I guess.
Trade Fields to the Kittle manager. You might have waited too long to do that, but
yeah,
Fields and
Theo,
Juwan. I don't know. Are people out on Juwan Johnson now?
I'm not yet. He's still playing a lot.
Yeah.
He just has 2 down games, but that's just the nature of tight ends.
No, I get it. I just wondering what the consensus is. If you did it
people are out.
Last week when you knew Kittle was probably still, I guess he could have come back this week, but he's not going to. I don't know.
Yeah, people are out on him. Someone posted a couple, I think it was it was last week. Juwan Johnson has been dropped in 17,687 teams in Yahoo leagues.
Out of 4 million.
In our Discord. Yeah. It is. All right, let's rush through these because I'm gonna have to take off here. So
sorry.
Talking about Russ here. I have Saquon and White as my running backs, contemplating whether I should play Bill versus the Bears or ETN. Yeah, it's ETN.
Yeah, ETN, man. He's been awesome.
Yeah. And Bill, again, still some concerns about usage, although I hope they do keep playing him. Would you guys rather have Vidal or Coker on your bench? Probably Vidal.
Yeah.
Just more upside. Slapsky says Marks, Pacheco, Spears, Algier, Iomanner. So these are guys that are available. Yeah, maybe Marks if you want to throw him on your team. There's some good players available. I wonder if this is a 8-team league or a 10-team league or something.
You said it right up here. It's 12-man redraft, half PPR. I'm assuming it's that same league.
Yeah, I don't know
Marks got dropped, I guess, for waivers this week because he definitely got picked up and probably started last week.
Yeah. I mean, the only move I think about making is 2 in for Marks or something like that, but it's kind of, I probably would do it. So, should I trade Scadaboo and Quentin Johnson for Breece Hall? I think we talked about that one already.
We did. Well, maybe we should say it again. Maybe you missed it before you're asking again.
Yeah, I'm fine with the Breece Hall Evans side of it. I'd probably lean that way. Fuck the Dodgers. No, I actually didn't, but I know they won. I watched until the football came on. The football.
Wait, are
came on.
Padres still in it, or were they in it?
No. They
Okay.
were, and they lost the first series.
Okay, I actually knew that, but I'm just kidding. No, I didn't. I legitimately didn't know that.
Bronson says 2 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 3 flex, 1 tight end premium. Sounds like a fun league. Allen, Kyler, Daniel Jones is awesome. Well, if Kyler would get his shit together. Henry, Jacobs, Javante, Bill, Ramondre, B-Rob, Chase, Nico, Devontae, Alave. Trade Henry and DJ Moore for Lamar and Swift. Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
I
mean, Henry won't be good most likely until Lamar gets back anyways. So even if Lamar misses time, you might not be like losing out on that much anyways, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like built into the trade. It's like insurance almost.
At this point, I mean, Swift and Moore are kind of a wash. I mean, maybe the edge is to Swift.
No, it's got to be to Swift, right?
I mean, to start the year for sure, but I mean, like rest of the season.
Yeah, I think it's
Swift.
I don't think Swift is gonna lose out to DJ Moore rest of the season.
Yeah, I agree. So, I'll take that. And 2 quarterback league, like to get Lamar, I think is so it's just really powerful.
Yeah, wait a second. How are you getting Lamar in a 2 quarterback league for this package?
Maybe the other guy stacked at quarterback. I don't know.
Or is it 10 team? I don't know. That still seems wrong. But anyways, yes, do that.
Miles,
wait, hold on. We have to clarify. You want the Lamar and Swift side.
Yes. You want the Lamar and Swift side. He
I
said
think it's actually a little more obvious there. Oh,
yeah. He said he had Henry and
DJ Moore. Yeah. My bad. I'm done.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. I was like, where's DJ Moore? Miles, full PPR, start 2 wide receivers, 1 flex because already played AJ Brown in flex. I mean, he didn't kill you. He gave you 14 PPR points. It's actually not that bad. So, Brees, Debo, Diggs, Marvin Harrison, BTJ. Start 2 wide receivers in a flex. Debo, is it Diggs at this point? Debo, Diggs, and Brees?
Yeah, Diggs over BTJ. Is that what you're asking?
Over Marvin, I would say.
I don't know. I mean, it's close. Like, I think you can play the matchup there a little bit. I mean, Diggs has obviously been better for these last 2 games, but I don't know. I think you play the matchup a little bit, or just play Diggs until his old ass gets hurt. Not that I'm wishing on him or anything.
You for sure Debo?
Yeah, Debo's easy.
And Brees in the flex? Or would you go Diggs and Marvin? Or Diggs and BTJ? Or Marvin? I don't know which way you're leaning. Who are you debating between Diggs and
Marvin? 2 wide receivers.
So you can start all 3 wide receivers or I guess there's 4. 3 of the 4 and then
Debo and Brees. Yeah, I'll flex.
Yeah, I think Debo Brees for sure, and then
Brees is your flex. He already started AJ Brown.
What he said, start 2 wide receivers, 1 flex because he's already played.
Oh, because okay, sorry, I guess I missed that one part.
So I assume he's like in a 3 wide receiver league or something.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it is Diggs over. I mean, I feel like Diggs and Marvin Harrison are a little bit of a coin flip this week. I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about that?
I'd probably just go with
it's not BTJ.
No, it's not BTJ. Kyler Murray could be out too, so it'd be Jacoby Brissett. That could be a tiebreaker.
Oh yeah,
that could be easy Diggs if Kyler's out. So if Kyler's out, it's easy Diggs. I mean it is kind of a coin flip. I'll go Diggs, but I'm not going to hate on you if you go Marvin. So, All right, guys. Let's get to these last couple ones. Henry, Ladd, and Waller for Gibbs. I'll take Gibbs easily.
Derrick Henry?
I was thinking Hunter, but
I know. See, I do that every time too. Like I've been defaulting to Hunter Henry just because we talk about him so much, because we didn't really talk about Derrick Henry until like the last couple of weeks, because it's just like, yeah, no one's asking questions. Do you start Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
So if it's Derrick Henry, are you doing that still? Size of the league matters.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably keep the Henry, Ladd, and Waller side then, but you really got to believe in Henry. That's you really got to believe in it.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry. I don't mind the Gibbs side either because you're just getting the best player.
If it's
Like, one of the
if
best
it's
players.
Hunter Henry, definitely. But
Yeah,
I don't think it. I the only reason that made me pause is because Waller's in there. So I'm like, you're not trading 2 tight ends and Ladd McConkey for Gibbs.
yeah.
It'd have to be like tight end premium, or I don't know.
I think if I do that, I might also do Kyler for DK or Daniel Jones for Quinton. So that was a previous trade there.
Yeah.
Help 14-man league. I have Fields and Penix at waivers. Is Young who to start? Your thoughts? Thanks. You have Fields and Penix on waiver. I'm confused here, Oscar. What's going on? You have Fields and Penix, and then Bryce Young's on waivers.
On waivers is Young who to start.
Yeah, Fields and Penix.
Yeah, I think he's saying he's saying who he has. He has Fields and Penix. So he's asking, does he start one of them or Bryce Young this week?
Fields.
That's the way I'm interpreting that.
Yeah, it's gonna be Fields.
Yeah, too much upside. Tough matchup, obviously. We kind of talked about that.
Had to ask the Gainwell question.
Yeah.
Ravens are still, they still are. I mean, football season seems short. Like one game is a lot changes. If Ravens can steal a game, yeah. I mean, Ravens are definitely still in it. Bo, Knicks, Henry, Dobbins, Puka.
Who else would it be?
I don't know. It's like, because I don't know.
I mean, I know people don't always follow the convention. You guys can help us out a lot if like, but I mean, definitely it's the convention is quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, right? Like in that order.
Sure.
So.
But also, I feel like Knicks should be referred to as Knicks over Bo.
Yeah, fair.
But, so yeah, Henry. It is Derrick Henry. Then it is Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
So I'd probably keep the Henry side, but I wouldn't hate the Gibbs side because you're just getting the best player. So, yeah, I actually didn't see the ending. I'll have to go back and watch it. But hopefully the Dodgers lose to whoever comes out of the Brewers Cubs series. 14-man start 8 dynasty is probably the last one, guys, and we have to take off. Should I trade out of Josh Allen? When is the time? Allen for Debo, ETN, and a first. Just shooting a 14-man. If it's a super flex, I don't think that's enough for Allen.
It's dynasty.
It's not enough.
So it's not.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah. I know it's dynasty.
Drake May, the start 8. I mean, 8-man. I guess that kind of balances out 14 team, 8 starter. Yeah, no, that's not enough for Josh Allen.
If it's 1 QB, then it's fine. I mean, even then, but it's not closer, obviously.
In a start, I'm not doing that.
Even if you're going for a win this year, and if you're starting, like if you're going for a win this year, you're going from Josh Allen to Drake May, and then you're adding Debo and ETN to your lineup. I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
Who's been better? Okay, Josh Allen. That was a dumb question.
How dare you?
I know. Yeah, I mean, again, if you're going for the win this year, I don't hate it. I still don't think, I still kind of agree with you. It feels like it's not enough. Like, it's not a trade you would make for, this is a trade that you can only really justify it because, like, you're going for the win and it's October, right? You would never do that in July or whatever, So,
yeah. I mean, he does say it's. I mean, it's not super flex. I'm guessing because it's start 8. So no, and I think you established that, right? Like,
no, I was asking if it's super flex. It could be super flex, right?
I guess
Like it could be could just be two running backs,
Yeah.
2 receivers, a
two
flex,
flex
tight
and 2
end,
super flex. Oh yeah, I forgot about tight end.
yeah, he said it's super flex. Yeah, it's not enough. Not enough
No.
for me. Not enough.
He does get the first, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Still, I don't think so.
Yeah, and I don't know why why are you trading out of Josh Allen?
When is the time? We've seen no signs of decline, so
Yeah.
not yet. I would say.
Guys, I do have to take off. So join us Saturday morning, 11 Eastern. We'll be live. So appreciate everyone, and we'll see you guys then.
Yeah, Marvin.